Oh, you're coming in.
I'm coming in.
You're coming in.
It's
What's
the
up,
Tony
buddy?
Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Guitar Man.
Yeah, baby. Having a great time.
Now, Lindy, I've got something just for you.
Uh-oh.
I need you to hold this camera
Yes,
and
sir.
point it in my general direction. Back up. All right, you ready? All right, point it at my genital direction. Okay?
Genital.
This is just for you.
I can't see nothing, but I hope it's there.
Are you having fun, Doodles? Oh, you're coming in.
I'm coming in.
You're coming in.
It's
What's
the
up,
Tony
buddy?
Jackson.
What you want there,
Yeah.
Arnold? But I don't know why you need to be running 13 miles a stinking daggone freaking day. You can talk about my bags all you want, but your baggage is running.
You don't run because you have 75 pounds of bags every single time you go anywhere.
That's right. I'm into fitness.
Are you?
Yes.
You just carry bags?
Yes. Just like you're into fitness donut in your mouth.
What the hell's on my bed? We didn't get a towel animal. What the hell is this? What the? No, we closed the door. What is this, dude?
Sorry, I busted a nut on your bed.
Are you kidding me?
Look, it happens. I'm old.
Good night.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wave, yeah. I swear they never really understand me. I need a comment like I need a Grammy. She lays the flow with her designer panties. Yeah, we eating plenty, check the pantry from the sound waves. Yeah. Wave, yeah. I swear they never really understand me. I need a comment like I need a Grammy. She lays the flow with her designer panties. Yeah, we eating plenty, check the pantry from the sound waves to the rebel lines, from the tattered bridges to expensive dishes. Now we eating ends with these new beginnings. Yet the sign a major for the bankroll, but thank the Lord that it dies in penitentiary. Night sky, but my inside is empty. Mighty flashy with a bird's eye. Scribble gems to get my pockets lined till I get arthritis. Switch my heart is icy, walking past the bouncer like I knew somebody. Critics hella cloudy, or the poison ivy. But from I get stronger when the co-sign me, I don't even like me. No, I'm staring in the mirror, indifferent. Who is this nigga? He claimed me the realest, the shy, but timid. The riddles were fingers, they simple-minded. Find a prototype, I'm taking it. From the ground, now we paving it. Hella boastful when I'm ventilating. Too much on my place, then they take it shit, yeah. New sounds, I make a facelift. I'm in a new town, I make the wave split. New talent, we accruing down. That's why I run the game until my shoe is calloused on a loose ground. I keep the flame lit. I relay the message, nobody better. I'm bringing them careless, I want it forever, but I'm with whatever. Cause these days, I've been doing things my way.
Pirates and Pier Runners 2022, y'all.
Yeah.
I can't hide away, it make me feel so on my face. Bitch, ain't got it made. Yeah. Things been going my way. Hope the feeling don't fade. Yeah. Stream money, anything. They don't tell it why I live. Probably someone their ways.
Bump-a-dump-a-dump.
Uploading. System 1 loaded. Self-destruct sequence activated.
I smell a smelly smell that smells smelly.
I don't need a hit to believe that I'm living. You can lock me up if my tongue keeps slipping. I'ma keep spitting up rhymes I'm digging, and you can be my fame. Don't need a fast car to imagine I'm tripping. You can light it up, girl, I ain't the guy judging. And baby, that's all.
Yeah, I know the date's wrong. Just deal with it. Just deal with the date being wrong. I know it's not May 8th. I wish it was. Because all the kids, I could have reversed it and they wouldn't have torn up my stinking daggone freaking lawn! Yeah, there's gonna be some lawn talk tonight, y'all. There is going to be some lawn talk tonight.
Hey! Yes! 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 Oh man! Hey, Baka!
The only thing we haven't figured out is. Oh, it's the one you need to check out though? Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I know. Let's check this out. The game. Yeah. You gotta check out this game and really talk this stuff. Oh shit! I know, eh?
Alright, see if you can do it. That's a heaven sake fly. Done.
Hey shipheads, it's Wednesday night, that makes it shit show night, and here we are in the beautiful Yasawa Islands of Fiji, enjoying what is a beautiful cruise. But there's only one thing more beautiful than this cruise, and that is Bromania. And tonight, we're going to get the final lowdown on everything that's happening on the Bromania cruise with some special guests that you know and love. So remember, Baga!
The Shit Show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, oh.
Welcome to the Ship Show, Mother Cluckers.
Oh God! What happened? We don't have Larry. This is an outrage. This is an outrage. What's going on? We got to get Larry on the stream. There he is. Larry, how are you, buddy?
Good. The bigger question is, how are you feeling?
I'm coming out of it, but I promise you, I am not 100%.
It's bad stuff. I've had that before, and it can linger for a month.
I had the vid, y'all. I had the vid. I had the COVID. It was bad, and I can tell you this. I have not been able to smell or taste for 3 weeks. I can tell if something's sweet. I can tell if something's salty. But I like Kelly's like, oh my gosh, the litter box smells so bad. Please do something about it. I can't smell a daggone a thing.
What about Matt Bird after a Mexican siesta?
I don't think I could even smell that. I honest to God.
And you really can't smell anything.
So
sorry, Matt. He's in Europe right now anyway.
Can you tell if it's Malort? Says Crazy Cat Traveler. But honest to God, Larry, everybody knows me as Toucan Sam. Like I can smell everything. I can smell the fart you're gonna let out tomorrow morning. But right now, it's gone. It's such a weird thing to not be able to smell or taste.
Probably can't taste.
What the heck happened to Larry? Why does he keep going out? We lost Larry. Come back, Larry. Oh, there he is. Okay. I don't know what happened, but you're back.
All right. I'm good to be back.
I don't know what happened.
So if you can't smell, you can't taste, right?
No, I can't taste.
Oh.
I can't taste and I can't smell.
Well, when you can't taste or smell, it's the time to eat as healthy as possible. You won't miss it.
Well,
you won't miss eating bad stuff.
There are some people suggesting if I can't taste or smell, I should do Malort. And I don't think that's a good idea either, quite frankly.
Well, that would be the true test. That would be the true test if you can't taste.
I'll do it. Because I normally would throw up. So I'll go grab the Malort right now.
You know, in all the years, I've never seen you have one, not even one. You're really good at dishing them out to everybody else, but you're not very good at putting them down. I'm to the point, it's no big deal. I can do it. I don't really like it. I've had it so many times. I've just gotten used to it. It's just not that big a deal, and it doesn't linger. It doesn't burn going down. So, oh boy.
Oh. Caitlin says I sound like a teenage boy going to puberty.
Hold on. If you're really gonna do one, I can't hear you.
Caitlin says I smell like a teenage boy going through puberty. All right. I hate Malort.
I have a whole fifth of it
I
in
freaking
my
absolutely
kitchen.
100% hate Malort.
Well, first give it a sniff.
I can't smell anything.
Sniff it.
I smell nothing. I can tell that I probably wouldn't like it, but it doesn't bother me at all. What the heck, Larry? You keep cutting out.
Watching the thing.
There we go.
I don't know.
I could tell that I wouldn't like it, but it's not bothering me at all. Even a little bit. So, hey.
You have lost you've lost a couple of your senses, like, for sure this time.
I mean, I don't know why I just did Malort, but at least, you know what? It might settle my upset stomach. Because that was what it was.
It's herbal. It's herbal.
It was designed, or it was created for that purpose. But the aftertaste is there. Like, there's something on my tongue that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, but it's ugh. I'm drinking 125 proof bourbon right now.
That's got a kick to it. I still have the one I bought when we were in Louisville. I just it's hard for me to take a nip on that. It was that longboat. It's hard for me to take a nip on that.
Let's just get right into it here, Larry. I got
Let's
a
go.
lot to talk about. For one, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. No, I can't do it. I can't do it because the person, you can't see their face. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. You can't see their face, so you can't identify the individual. But I want to show you something, Larry.
All right, I'm ready.
I have been slaving in my yard, despite being sick, for the last 3 weeks, leveling out dirt. 12 yards of dirt I've brought into my property to level out my lawn and really give it that extra razzle dazzle. And this is what happened yesterday. Okay, that's not good. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, I'm going to save this. And then I'm going to go to Messenger and I'm going to send it to me. Here we go. There we go. All right. So you guys got to see this because I got things to talk about, and there'll be some cruise talk. I promise you that. But I am beside myself, Larry. I'm beside myself. Give me a moment. It's loading. Okay. Here we go. Save. You can save now. There we go. No, I don't want to do that. I want to download this. Save as. Downloads. There we go. Okay. Now, I'll drag this in right now. We'll go here. We'll go to my downloads folder. I want you to see what this little charlatan did to me yesterday. Keep in mind, I want you to keep in mind that I told you I have been busting my rump trying to make this, like, this area right here where he goes through, grass had just started to grow. I put in 4 yards of dirt right there in an effort to fill in a swale because my neighbor waters too much. Now, that being said, take a closer look. Can you see the difference in green between my lawn and the neighbor's? It's stark if you really look at it. It's stark. But this little charlatan right here, a friend of Miss Stella, deliberately drove over my stick daggone freaking new lawn. And that ain't the first time he's done it. The first time he did it, Larry, I called him out. He did that on purpose. And I told Stella, I said, this boy will apologize to me and he will help me repair it. And guess what? This boy, heartthrob love interest, has been nowhere to be found. He's been hiding from Papa Gok ever since.
Oh, my goodness.
It's an outrage, Larry. This kid literally destroyed my brand new grass. And in 30 seconds before that, you see how they're backing down in the golf cart? You see how they're backing down?
Yeah,
30 seconds before that, in another section where I had just planted seed, the girl who's driving the golf cart backed all over that and rutted it up. And don't even get me started. On Saturday night, my neighbor had a stinking daggone freaking graduation party for his daughter, and he just told everybody to park in my freaking front yard. They completely rutted it up. I give up, Larry. All the work I do is for naught. In the span of a week, 3 weeks of work goes to goes to crap. Yes, it's the BF, Garrett. Yes, it's the BF. And the BF is hiding from the DAD because the BF knows that the DAD is going to have words for him because it isn't the first time he's done it. He absolutely did that on purpose because the last time he did it, I called him out.
What'd he say?
He ignored me. He ignored me. Yes, they parked on my grass test, 5 cars, and they were parked so close together that they had to back up and turn their wheels. The ruts are outrageous. And I sent a text to this neighbor who's an FBI agent. I said, listen, you've seen me. That same day, he saw me out there fixing a sprinkler and leveling out dirt, and he came up to me and said, man, you work awful hard. And I'm like, yeah, it's always something. But, you know, it is what it is. So he knew I was out there working. He told his people, just park over there. It'll be fine.
Well, he's probably saying it's a public easement.
Yeah, okay. And that was my beef. And that's why I'm even more mad, because if it is a public easement, this is the same stinking daggone freaking neighbor that last summer tried to call a freaking tree service to come cut down a tree that had tipped over and could possibly be a safety hazard that would have fallen into the road. And he was going to charge me for it because it was on my property. But when he needs to park there, it's a public easement. So if it's a freaking public easement, then the freaking homeowners association could have paid for that tree removal. Get the flock out of here. Larry, I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm angry.
All right,
I've worked so hard on trying to get my grass right, and I got freaking 14-year-old prepubescent boys driving scooters over my lawn. I've got grown adults backing up and turning like it's no big deal when they can clearly see that the lawn is under repair, and I got kids backing up in golf carts.
I think we should try to have this young man on the show.
Well, I will say this, Larry.
Let's have him do a guest appearance and he can defend himself. He probably would be like, I was enamored with the females in the area. I didn't realize I went off the driveway.
Linda Land says, I'm so glad I made it to the lawn and garden show tonight. Listen, Linda Land, I work hard. I work hard on my lawn. I spent 3 weeks sick as shiest. Sick as shiest. and spreading dirt and leveling out my lawn and planting seed and buying a replacement fertigation system because I messed mine up. I had everything in order. Everything was perfect, and it just keeps getting destroyed. And then, you know, I drive home from work yesterday, and this is what I see.
No,
yeah, let me just detour
saw,
right through your freaking grass.
You saw the ruts, and so you immediately went inside and pulled up your surveillance
Exactly.
video.
As I was pulling up, I saw the ruts.
So you immediately ran inside and started downloading the videos from your camera.
This little shyster.
He's way over, too.
Yeah, and you can
It's
hear
not
it.
like
Listen.
He went over like 6
Listen.
inches. He's a good 10 feet over.
Wait, listen closely to what Stella says. Her dad's going to be so mad. That's what is said.
Oh, my.
You son of a gun. I hope you're watching, Mr. Hero. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say your name, but I see what you did. And he tried to say that he was about to crash, and that's why he detoured. Bullcrap. That was deliberate. He knew exactly what he was doing, and it wasn't the first time. Look at him. Let me zoom it in even closer. Watch him. Just watch.
Oh, he made a little veer over to the right.
Yeah, he veered. Oh, let me go drive through the crap. Yeah, come back to my house there, friend. Mind you, just the other day I was out there working, spreading dirt, doing my thing. I'm wearing a freaking completely tattered tank top, covered in dirt, sweating, music blasting, and he's over at the house and his parents pull up. And I look like a complete redneck. I'm like, how you doing? His dad gets out of his car. He's like, hello, mate. You know, he's a British guy, very nice guy. I think he's a MLS soccer player, possibly. And I look like a complete scuzzbag. And I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? You know, it's just me out here working, doing my thing. And then, you know, his kid. All right, enough of that. Larry, I shot a 42 this evening.
All right. There you go.
But I had a 7. I had a 7.
Gotta eliminate the big numbers. Gotta get rid of those big numbers. Yeah.
I was 3 feet from the green on my second shot, and I went to chip it up to the pin, and I duffed it, and it rolled into the trap. Yep.
You chunked it.
Yep.
And you had trouble getting out of the bunker.
No, I got out of the bunker, but then I 3-putted out after that. So,
hey,
I did win 3 skins, though. I did win 3 skins.
I hope you are. I know people aren't.
I don't care when people get mad about the golf talk.
Number 8 at Oakmont.
I haven't seen number 8, but I do know that the greens or that the roughs are 5 inches thick, and the greens have a stimp reading of 15.5.
Yeah, well, number 8, it's actually one of those tricky little holes. It's only 300 yards long, but the caveat is it's a par 3.
Oh, wow. Well,
the pros, a lot of the pros are hitting driver.
What is the chip and duff stuff, says Tess Almond. Don't worry about it, Tess. It doesn't matter. We're done. I peed on my lawn the other day. That's fertilized enough, right? No. That's part of the problem. As a matter of fact, Brubaker, Larry, I ship you not. I was out there leveling out my lawn in the very front of my house because there was all these dead spots because people's dogs pee up there when they walk their dogs. Like, you've been to my house, you know, there's that long strip in the front where the woods are. Some lady came up to me while I'm out there repairing all the dog pee spots and says, I just have to tell you, your lawn, for whatever reason, it is my dog's favorite place to pee. And I'm like, really?
Why would someone feel the necessity to tell you that?
I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. I said, yeah, you know, I didn't even know what to say. I just was cordial about it. I'm like, yeah, you know, and the neighbor's kids spend more time in my lawn than their own. I get it.
Hey, the news is out. Sounds like your son-in-law peed in your backyard.
My Sharna. I always get that name wrong. She says, she's like, oh my God, dude, you have to move and get some better neighbors. What a bunch of a-holes. Agreed. Like, what the hell? And what's funny is, this is great, Larry. So I got a text from my neighbor who was having the graduation party on Saturday afternoon, and it was a group text between me, him, and York. And he said, hey guys, I'm having my daughter's graduation party tonight. You guys should stop by for a beer later. And I blame myself for this because he's done this before. This isn't the first time he's had a party where they parked in my yard, but I don't know why I didn't put two and two together in my head and put my cones up to stop people from parking there, right? I sent him a text. I said, hey man, I'm not happy about I said, you've seen me busting my butt out here trying to repair this lawn. I'm not pleased that people are parked here. And he did not respond the whole evening, right? And York was in the group message. That's where I responded. We were out to dinner and York's like, oh man, why'd you include me in this? I'm like, I just responded to the group chat he sent earlier. He's like, I want no part of this. It gives me agita. So what does York do? Because I told him in my message, I said, hey man, I'm not pleased about this. And the last time the people parked in my yard, they left big ruts. What does York do, Larry? York responds in the group chat and says, I like big ruts and I cannot lie. I said, York, you are Team Clayco. What are you doing? He goes, it was giving me too much agita. I had to get like I had to ease the tension. I'm like, dude,
funny.
You are supposed to be on my team. He's like, listen, if he came up to me and talked to me, I would say that your lawn is important to you, but I don't give a crap about my lawn. And I'm like, dude, then don't say anything. Just be quiet. Oh, yeah, he has to say, I like big ruts and I cannot lie. But let me tell you something, Larry. The response I got from this...
pretty funny.
The response that I got from this guy the next morning was this and only this. Sorry, dude.
Sorry, dude.
Mind you, it's the same guy who tried to get me. He also sent me a message. Remember, I told you earlier that he wanted the trees... removed because they were leaning and it could become a safety hazard. Okay. I brought bucket trucks in from my office, cut those trees down, chopped them up. The next morning at 8 a.m., I get a text from him saying, hey, can you get that wood out of there? The neighbors have a showing tomorrow. Yeah, public space. All right. Yeah, that's a public space. Yeah, you go cluck yourself. If he wasn't 470 pounds and nothing but muscle, I would kick his ass, Larry.
I love the part if he wasn't all muscle.
He's in the FBI.
Well, that explains it right there. He's FBI, so he thinks he's above the law.
He's an accountant. He's an accountant,
he's an accountant in the FBI. It doesn't matter.
But he's 397 pounds of nothing but muscle. But he has the common sense of a mole. Because moles should know better than to destroy people's lawns. As a matter of fact, he is a mole. He's a mole. He is a mole. He destroys people's lawns. He has no respect. He just does whatever he wants. That's right, Mr. Brown. I'm talking to you.
The only thing to do is throw a big shindig and tell everybody to do the same in front of his house.
I'm just
It's a
gonna
public
start
easement.
parking my vehicle over there. Like, so they're redoing the roads in our neighborhood, like complete new asphalt. You know what? I'm gonna say, oh hey, I'm gonna park my car in his front yard, like the whole thing. And he's gonna be like, what are you doing? Oh, they're redoing my driveway too. I had to find a place to park. All right, enough of
There you
that,
go.
Larry. Let's get to the cruise talk.
All right, let's move on. Yes. What's the topic?
Wendy Johnstone says, well, he lost 70 pounds in the last minute. That's pretty good. But still all muscles. Yeah, I know, you know, it's fake outrage. Did you really expect him to help? No, I didn't expect him to help Marianne Kump, but I certainly didn't expect him to park in my stinking daggone frickin' yard when I've been working out there for 3 weeks.
Well, maybe just give up on the lawn and be like everybody else. Be like the neighbor across the street.
Yeah, well, I tried to tell Kelly, I'm like, here we go again. I'm like complaining about the people leaving ruts in the front yard because of the party. She's like, I don't care about your lawn. And then when Stella's friend ran through the thing, I'm like, this is BS. She's like, I don't care about your lawn. I'm
And
like,
what did she say when you showed her the video?
she's like, who cares? There's too many other things going on. Nobody gives a crap about your lawn. Which makes sense based on the comments that I see in the chat.
I just wish your dad was on. We could get his opinion because he wouldn't like it either.
Well,
I've been to
yeah,
Big Al's
yeah.
house, and I'm telling you right now, I think he cuts his grass with like little scissors. It's like.
Oh, and
He
don't get
wouldn't
me
like it
started.
either.
Don't get me started. So I told you I went golfing this evening, right?
Yeah.
There was an assessment at our club for a purchase that they recently made. Larry, I ship you not. The Spring Lake Country Club bought a freaking robot lawnmower. And when I tell you this thing is 18 inches wide by 20 inches long. In a week's time, this thing could not even mow the first hole. But it cost $12,000. In a week's time, this thing could not mow the court. Why they freaking bought this thing? Not only did they buy it, and it's constantly out there, like in your line of sight, but it scalps when it leaves the tee box to go down into the rough. It scalps the hills. It's ridiculous. All right, enough. Let's talk about cruising. Larry, find a new subject. I'm going
All
off
right,
on a tangent.
I will be leaving for Miami, Florida, 4 weeks from tomorrow. How about that? 4 weeks from tomorrow.
I was told there was an assessment, and it was $12,000, Mr. McShipshow.
Okay,
That's
we're
what
back
I
to
was
him.
told. But if that's true, I'm happy about it because they don't need it. If that thing's going to do anything, it needs to be about 47 inches wide, and it needs to run 24/7, and there needs to be 18 of them, one for each hole. It's an outrage. It's unnecessary. I got a video. I could show you. I could show you this video. As a matter of fact, I will show it to you guys right now. I'm going to show it to you now. I am on a freaking tear. I don't care.
I don't understand the need to take a job away from somebody. That's my point. It's like, and that'll have to go back and forth like a million times. Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, they will not. Wendy, I told you. I investigated that. No, they will not.
I mean, ain't nobody got time for that. You mow the grass like a regular golf course. Okay, Larry, cruise talk. Cruise talk.
All right. I leave 4 weeks from tomorrow. Spend 2 days in Miami and then Board the Carnival Sunrise, which used to be called the Carnival Triumph, which I cruised a number of years ago.
Ooh,
but
sorry.
some people,
Wait, Larry, I hate to interrupt, but Brubaker just said something great. Hack that thing and have it go scalp the neighbor's yard. That is a freaking super awesome comment, and the button doesn't work. But just know that I tried to hit the super awesome comment button. Sorry, Larry, go ahead.
And then the club will have you on video taking the damn thing. And the FBI guy will come in with handcuffs.
No, I'll hack it, and it'll do it on its own. It'll drive all the way up here.
If it's solar powered, maybe.
So you're leaving in 4 weeks.
4
What's
weeks,
happening
yes.
in 4 weeks? What's the cruise? What's the trip?
Well, it's the Carnival Sunrise. It used to be called the Carnival Triumph. Do you know anything historic about the Carnival Triumph?
It caught on fire.
Nope. Way worse.
There was a fight at the pizza place.
Yeah. I guess no. It was worldwide news. It made worldwide news. Come on.
It won the Grand Prix.
It was, some people loved it. Most people hated it. Yeah, Scott McNeil knows. It was known for having the poop cruise.
Oh, there's a Netflix documentary coming out about this thing here.
Yes, there is. So they lost power. They lost all power, complete power. And that means your toilets won't flush. So people on inside rooms were dragging mattresses, blankets up to the Lido deck, out onto the sides of the ship, anywhere where they could be out in the open to get air. So your air conditioner didn't work, your toilet didn't work, and they were just like stranded for days. It was from what I remember, everybody got their money back and everybody got a free cruise. So I think Carnival stepped up to try to take care of the people, but some of the people that are on it were like, well, they opened up the bars and that was great until they ran out of booze. But it was supposedly pretty disgusting for how you'd have to relieve yourself because the toilets wouldn't flush. So it was known as the poop cruise. So Carnival, I gotta tell you, somebody was smart enough to say,
I found it,
hey,
Brubaker.
we gotta get rid of this Carnival Triumph name. We'll just launch it the Carnival Sunrise, and nobody will remember.
Well,
so listen, I was looking at this and I'm like, oh, it's because I thought at first this used to be the Destiny, but no, the Sunrise used to be the Triumph, and I will be going on that ship in 4 weeks and 2 days.
They should have just called it the freaking Carnival Turd. But I mean, if you're gonna make it, if you're gonna own it, just call it the, Turd of the Seas. Sell it to Royal.
Well, like I said, they switched it to Sunrise. People, like a lot of people, have never even heard the story. I told the story to Melissa, and she does not remember it. She doesn't.
I don't.
If you weren't a cruiser, you're not going to really pay attention to that kind of news. But
I'm pretty sure that video or that documentary comes out on Netflix this week.
It does.
Yeah,
it's like anytime. I remember seeing it just in the last couple of days, talking about it coming out. But I was on a cruise ship one time, and we left Miami. We were going to San Juan, and all of a sudden, you notice a significant difference in propulsion. And after a few hours, the captain got on. He said, "We lost an engine. We lost an engine, but we're just going to keep on going." So the whole next day, this was like day 2. That day and the whole next day, we're going towards San Juan. He gets back on. He's like, "We can't restore that, and we'll never make it back. So we are going to do a 360, and we're going to go back to Miami." he said, this was before they had drink packages. So he said, all the bars will be open. It'll be free. You can have whatever you want to make up for it. Carnival is working out details of refunds and future cruises and all that. He then came back on and said, instead of getting back on Saturday, we're going to get back on Thursday. We're doing the calculations 2 days early. You can get off the ship and leave, or you can just stay in Miami, use the ship as a hotel. They gave you your money back plus a certificate for an entire whole nother cruise. It was probably the best cruise I've ever been on. It was so much fun. Just at sea, it was great.
Wait, you were on the poop cruise?
No, this is a different one. That's a different one.
Oh.
We lost one engine, one of the two.
Okay.
And so we wound up just being at sea for 5 days. And then we came back to Miami. They docked, and you could get on and off the ship at however much you wanted, or you could jump on a flight and you could go home early.
Let's say hi to the people, Larry.
Sure, go ahead.
Because I noticed there's quite a few here this evening. Let's see what we could find to play for a song.
I'm going to get a quick beverage.
I feel like this would be a good song. Oh yeah, we got Christopher Brown in the house. Tess Almond and Wendy Johnstone. Glad to have you on the ship show. Will G. Scott McNeil and Crazy Cat Traveler. Rhonda Carney, everyone else. Oh, I'm still sick, I'm telling y'all. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. Who else we got? We got Mike D.H. Williams in the place, Linda Land, Wendy Johnstone, Christopher Brown, Mr. Brubaker, the troublemaker himself, Brandoline 94. Can't wait to hang out with with Brandoline and her husband again very soon. Beverly Jidka, Rhonda Carney, Sugar, so sweet, in the love a little sympathy. I'm right here, and I need. You get the point. Sugar, glad to have you. Marianne Kump Thompson. Marianne Kump Thompson. Where is Arnold Kump? 'Cause he asked me if I was doing a live stream. Was he really interested if I was doing a live stream? Or did he really just want to know if I was still sick and keep up with the drama? That's what I want to know. Because Arnold Kump doesn't watch the ship show unless he's the host. I said it. Marianne, you can repeat it. Arnold Kump does not watch the ship show unless he's the host. He acted like he was interested in if we would do a live stream, but he really didn't care. He just wanted to know if I was healthy enough to do the live stream. Jose Lara, how you doing? My Sharona, that's what I'm calling you. Scott McNeil in the place. Kathy L. Kathy Lane, how are you doing? Glad to see you. Glad to have you, quite frankly. Tess Almond. Lindy Lou is here. Lindy Lou is here. Now listen, Lindy Lou has had a setback, but our thoughts and prayers are still with you, as they always have been. Lindy Lou, I'm not sure if that's you or Richard, but Lindy Lou, you know we got lots of prayers for you. We love you, Lindy Lou. We're thinking about you. I see Roger Johnstone is in the place. just recently returned from a SAST cruise. Who else we got? Any other names? Christopher Brown, he said he was at the Detroit Grand Prix. I got issues with them calling it the Grand Prix because it's not a Grand Prix. It's IndyCar. It's a different thing. That's all I'm going to say. I'm okay. I love the IndyCar stuff, but I am F1 guy, and the Detroit Grand Prix is IndyCars. It's not the same thing. Amy Elke, how are you? Mr. Z is in the place. I think I mentioned Linda Land, so there we go. So, Larry, let me tell you about my next cruise.
I'm ready.
It's not booked.
Oh.
Because I don't know what it is.
I got a big old list in front of me.
I know there's going to be people. There's a specific individual who happened to see the amount of fun we had on the Coop Cruise last year, or this year, who's very interested on the dates. And I know there's some hyper planners in the group. I can't nail the Miss Kelly down on a date. So if there is a 2026 Coop Cruise, that's great. If there isn't, I apologize. I cannot get the woman, my significant other, to commit to anything. I'm trying, okay? I've been told on numerous occasions that I would have an answer, but I don't. Garrett Smith is in the house. He says he's still waiting on his yard to be bulletproof before he leaves. Beverly Juka, my husband and I are going on Virgin Cruise in July. Learn something else about Virgin. If you have onboard credit, you can't use it until you board. You can't use it to book an excursion until you... but that's not just Virgin.
That's Carnival was that same way just till recently. Yeah. Royal was always the exception that you could buy. You could put it towards your drink package, internet.
You should be able to use it for whatever.
You could use it for anything, but I'm sure there's other lines out there that use that onboard part of it. They want you to try not to use it is what they're looking to do. But
this is still stupid.
Here's the other thing. If you had an onboard credit, you could just go in the casino, put credits on your card, and then cash them out and take the cash.
But do you need onboard credit to do this?
He deserves some onboard credit in my I think.
Timothy Williams says, enjoying the show. Next cruise is on Liberty last week of October. Liberty is a great ship, Larry. And speaking of Liberty, I don't know why it reminded me of this, but can I just say, we're gonna take a zig when we probably should have zagged. But this week, starting tomorrow morning, is going to be a bloodbath at Oakmont.
Yeah.
They have got a stimp reading on the greens of 15.5. 15 points, stinking daggone freaking. Some golfer today putted. I ship you not from 130 yards out.
Yeah. And it was a hell of a shot. Yes. Yeah. That's how fast the fairways and everything are.
The U.S. Open.
81 in a practice round.
15.5. Brubaker.
And here's the thing.
That was last week, though.
Anybody that knows anything about golf, it's 7,600 yards long, and it's a par 70.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of long par threes.
It's just ridiculous. It's absurd. 300-yard par 3. Come on. So in my investigations, even though it's a long way out, and Wendy was making comments about this, I've been really researching the city of Rome. And in my investigations, it turns out public toilets in Rome do not have toilet seats.
What are you talking about?
They don't have toilet seats.
What do? Squat over a bowl?
Well, for me, I'm just going to stand up anyway. I don't have to sit down to pee. But for women, I guess
Hey, you know what? You're right,
bend and
Brubaker.
squat.
He
Bend
could
and
slow
squat.
up the greens. Well, so Kelly went to China when we first started dating, and they don't have toilet bowls, or they didn't have toilet bowls at that time. Okay, so the bathrooms consisted of stalls like we're used to, like like you walk into the bathroom where if you got to go number 2, there's a stall. But instead of a toilet being there, it's just a hole. And there's a faucet, like 2 feet up and a bucket, right? And you squat over the hole.
I hope you have good aim.
And that's how they poo. Like they squat. They don't even flush it. Hold on, hold on. I'm getting a call.
Here.
Hello? Hello? Why am I not hearing my phone call? Oh. Sorry. Welcome to the Ship Show.
Hi.
Hi. You called. Can you be less movie and more still?
They're trying to crawl and it's hard.
What?
My daughter is trying to crawl, so it's kind of hard.
Oh.
We put the stamp back on the child's face. She's trying. She's touching the phone, trying to grab your camera.
Where is it going?
Her left foot.
This
Hi.
is riveting footage.
I have to see Stella drive through the yard.
Her boyfriend.
I'll
say his name.
Why?
Because he hasn't looked anyone
This is riveting footage.
I have to see Gordon.
What are you saying?
I have to see Gordon.
You have to feed Jordan.
I have to go see Gordon on the golf cart in your press sequence. In the scooter.
His name's not Gordon, but yes.
I call him Peter.
He should be Flash Gordon.
He looks like, I'm not kidding, this kid looks identical to Corey Feldman. And we went to a volleyball tournament and brought this kid with us so he could watch Stella because he's her love interest. And girls from the other team were coming up to him like, are you a brother or a boyfriend? Like the kid looks like Corey Feldman back when Corey Feldman was something. What is that noise, Caitlin? There is some weird sound happening. It sounds like somebody's shooting a machine gun.
It's our fan.
Okay, it's terrible. Gotta run. Love ya.
I want to see the video.
Okay, but look at your YouTube screen and I'll show you the video. Are you watching?
I am. Yes.
All right, now you saw it.
That video's getting more views than our show.
I know. All right, Larry, let's get back to it. I'm shutting off Caitlin. I don't know. She's not contributing here.
Are we back?
We're back. I was just seeing how long we could keep it silent.
Okay. Sometimes I think I just lose your audio. So anyway, yes, Rome, you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared to be able to go. Well, and of course, you better have some euros with you because bathrooms aren't free either. Just like when we were in, God, that was everywhere. Belgium, you had to pay. Amsterdam, you had to pay. You had to pay to go to the bathroom everywhere. Never thought I'd use my credit card to take a leak, but
we had to pay to use a toilet in St. John.
It's crazy. I mean, when you go in a bar, like, they're not going to, like, go nuts, but typically I would just go in and get a quick beer, use the bathroom, and then be on my way. Take a nice little break anyway. But, yeah, you got to pay to use the toilets. And you better have your dude wipes with you if you need those, because a lot of times you're not going to get toilet paper.
Well, I feel like if you brought a dude wipe to Rome, you could shut down the whole country.
Yeah. Could be.
That's very where, as a matter of fact, I think a dude wipe is responsible for the poop cruise.
I don't remember how they lost power. I'll be interested. I'm looking forward to watching the.
I did go to the John in St. John, Brubaker. I think it's out now. Is it out now or no?
I just saw something the other day about it on Facebook, and I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it. I just saw they were going to come out with it, but
I'm going to do a quick search.
A lot of people were, I remember when they were on it, they were really just kind of, I mean, it was a bad situation for a lot of people, don't get me wrong, but they were just trying to milk it for everything they possibly
comes out
could.
June 24th.
So not too far away. Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Listen.
The food, the pool, the water slide. I mean, what more could you ask?
This was absolutely the bachelorette party that I had dreamed of.
We were like, this is awesome. And then the lights go out.
Attention. Air fatigue.
Oh my God.
More than 4,000 people are stuck on a cruise ship that is dead in the water.
That's when all of us were like, what the f?
When power goes, that's it. Everything's out.
It was immediately crisis mode.
The toilets weren't working. Well, we can do a number one in the shower. And then...
I'm telling you, it got bad fast.
I would never expect having to poop in a red bag. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Poop in a red bag.
No. Suddenly, everyone's out for themselves.
You could hear the panic. We were starting to smell urine.
Oh my God.
It was terrifying.
We had camera people, crews on boats, a helicopter up in the air.
Fights broke out.
Oh. The ship is on fire.
What the
ship
is happening on this cruise ship?
It's like shantytown.
It's like something that came out of a nightmare movie.
The snowball has started to roll, and there's no stopping it.
My God, it's chaos.
It's the poop cruise. Come on. Not to be confused with the Coop Cruise. Let's be honest. Let's be clear about that.
Yes, big difference. Yes.
Good night, Garrett. Enjoy family time. Give Eliana a big old smooch for Papa Gok. And yes, Crazy Cat Traveler, it is over dramatic. That's television. But Garrett, smooches. Caitlin, smooches. Next time, bring the sauce. If you're gonna call during the live stream, you gotta bring the sauce. You gotta bring the cheese. You gotta bring the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Bring the sauce. Friend's daughters just got back from her med cruise. They spent 3 days in Rome before the cruise, then 3 days in Athens after, as well as 2 more days in Rome and then a day in London. Sounds like a good time.
Yes, it domes.
Jamie Wilhite says, hello, friends. I was out doing some projects at my house.
Hello, Jamie.
Jamie Wilhite, good to see you. Alyssa Dorman, that's 2 hours for me. I work in Oregon and live in Washington. Oh, look at that. Dave Whiting is here. Dave and Brandy. Dave and Brandy's excursions, are they not on a cruise? Are they back from the cruise? Dave Whiting, it's good to see Mr. Whiting in the chat. I haven't seen Mr. Whiting in the chat for a while, and it's good to see him. I love Dave. Dave is such a cool dude. Larry, have you met Dave or no?
Yeah, I cruise with him.
Yeah, I haven't met Dave yet, but I know he's cool.
I must say it was Mardi Gras.
I know one thing, Dave is my people. I just know that. Mr. Z says hello to Jamie Wilhite. Amy Elke says hello to Jamie. Tess is telling Jamie Wilhite to watch the replay because of the lawn talk. You don't need to watch the replay, Jamie Wilhite. This is all you need to see. Some 14-year-old kid driving through the brand new, completely leveled, grass-seeded area that I had just planted, that had just started to sprout. I'll show you pictures. I'll send pictures tomorrow. You will not believe the absolute destruction that kid caused with that nonsense. And he ran and hid from me because I sent Stella a text and said, I'm not happy about this. And she tried to play it off that he was about to crash into their golf cart. Take a close look, folks. Tell me what you think in the comments. Was he about to crash into the golf cart?
No.
Tell me when you look closer. Does that look like someone who was about to crash into a golf cart? Look again.
We're examining this video like the JFK assassination video.
Exactly. One more time. Watch at the end though. How much control.
He just missed the grassy knoll.
Yeah, but watch at the end. Someone who's about to crash. Look how much control he has it to bring it back behind the golf cart at the end. Watch. Oh, yeah, there's someone who has no control. The grassy knoll. He is the grassy gnome. He's the grassy troll. He's the grassy troll. That's what he is. And he's going to catch it from me when I see him next. But he's been hiding. He's hiding. He did not save the day. What are you talking about, Wendy? He ruined my lawn. He didn't save the day. Get the flock out of... Wendy Johnstone, that's an outrage. Your team ship show. You can't do that. I'm upset with Wendy Johnstone right now. He didn't save the day. That kid showed his true colors, like the famous singer once said. Your true colors shining through. You're a 14-year-old person. And I'll leave it at that, because I was about to go the wrong way. But I'm just saying. And I don't like you for driving in my grass. Grow the cluck up. Now I have red flags and yellow flags all around it. And I feel like these 14-year-olds will go out of their way to make it worse. But that's okay, because I bought 2 more cameras today so I can catch them. If I catch them, the parents are getting involved. I'm telling you, I've worked too hard and I was so sick. I was out there coughing, hacking up a lung, my nose completely stuffed, working out here, trying to do something. I had 44, count them, 44 stones that weighed over 80 pounds apiece delivered. Myself carried them 200 feet down the driveway and placed them. I'll send pictures. You'll see them in the ship show if you follow on our Facebook group. I have been busting my ass out there. And this little crap decides that it's cool. Let me show Stella's dad because he got.
He showed you who's boss.
Well, he's mad because I caught him singing rap lyrics to another girl in the neighborhood with the F word. And I said something to Stella about it. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I don't like those words. I don't like when people say, and I said it. And ever since then, this kid's got a vendetta. And now he thinks he's gonna play games with the rooster.
Poor dude. Poor dude.
You messed with the wrong lawn care professional, my friend. Come back to my house there, Mr. Hero. That's what I'm going to call you. Your name rhymes with Judson. Come back. Next time, you're going to help me fix that. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking you right in the eye. You are going to help me fix that, or you will not be welcome at my home ever again. I'm telling you that now. And don't think because you dyed your hair from brown to bleach white, like you see in this video, it's bleach white, you can't tell from that video, that I won't recognize you. Because you know what? You look just like Corey Feldman. I know who you are. Come on back. You're going to help me fix it, and everything will be just fine. If you don't, nothing will happen either. But I'm just saying, I'm not happy about this at all.
I see the near future. You bought more cameras, and instead of putting out content about the Coop Cruise, we're going to see content about the Corey Feldman lookalike and all the shenanigans he's doing in your neighborhood. I can see the vlog coming out now.
Well, then Beverly Judka, but now Beverly Judka puts some perspective in the mix, and she says last night and today, 2 kids were helicoptered to the hospital with severe head injuries from crashing and not wearing a helmet. Hoping they recover, but it's so sad. Nobody wants to be that parent or kid. I get it. And I don't want to be the guy who's taking care of his lawn, who has some schmuck who's trying to impress a soon-to-be freshman by driving over dad's lawn. This will not stand. This aggression will not stand. I will not tolerate it. I did not mean to talk about this all night, Larry, but it turns out it bothers me more than I thought. Lindy Lou says, where does Larry work?
In what regard?
Larry is a hockey coach. That's what Larry does for a living, right?
With that. Yep. That's what I do.
And if
Along
you've ever
with a lot
seen
of other things with the hockey club.
If you've ever seen Larry coach hockey, you would realize that Larry is indeed a legit hockey coach. Like, even I wanted to stand like at attention when Larry was around and talking. Like, he absolutely, when he's in coaching mode, controls, like, you're just like, yes sir, okay, you have to, I'm not a goalie, but I'll try. You want me to? Yeah. I can't. I don't even know what the wing is, but I'll pass it to the wing. I have a few different
personalities. There's no doubt about it. Yes, I get into coach mode. Yes, quite different than Larry Cruz mode. I'll tell you that right now. Big difference.
Linda Land says now we're gonna have weekly Crime Watch videos to review. Yeah. But right, wouldn't that be fun? I mean, there's like. Wouldn't that be fun?
I can see them coming.
But look, there is more. Like, look, check this out. Check this out. Maybe. Let me see if I can find it. I gotta go to Kelly. Here we go. All right. Yeah, I took Stella fishing last night. That was awesome. We had a great time. By the way, mind you, I sent those videos to Kelly and I got in trouble for it. Can I just say that?
Stir in the pot. Stir in the pot.
Check it out. Watch. Oh, yep, just go ahead and drive backwards all the way down into the side yard where I had just planted seed. Let me show it to you again. Let's try it again. Look. Well, I didn't do a good job of that. All right, here we go. Ready? Watch. Watch close. This all happened within 15 seconds. Now, what got me in trouble, Larry, this boy's name rhymes with Judson. I thought I heard her say clucking with the F in it. I thought I heard her say clucking Ashley, come here. I thought she was cussing. So I sent the video to her mom and I said, listen to her foul mouth. This is an outrage. And as it turns out, when you turn it up and listen to it closer, she's saying his name, which rhymes with Mudson. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. Larry's like beside himself. He's like, I had no idea you had such an agenda this evening. I'm upset. I'm upset. I've been busting my ass sick for 3 weeks, and no matter what I do, if it's Stella's boyfriend or Stella herself or the freaking neighbor's guests, no matter what I do, my lawn is doomed for destruction.
I think the neighbor across the street told everybody, hey, just park right there across the street in my neighbor's yard. I noticed he's not in the chat anymore, too. He came in at one quick little comment, and he's gone.
Who's that?
Your neighbor.
York. Oh, yeah. That's because, yeah, that York is as flaky as a bowl of cereal. In the winter, we could have snow removal with John. Yeah, don't get me started on that. The snow removal people...
They screw up his mailbox.
But the thing is, for the snow removal, I stake it out. And quite frankly, if I'm being honest, I do blame myself. And we had a wonderful meal, despite the fact, and this is a true story, York would back this up, that I almost died at dinner choking on a piece of dry steak. True story. Like, I was choking to the point where the Heimlich probably should have been administered, but I'll get to that in a moment. I should have known when that individual told me he was having a party, I should have coned off my front yard because it happened once before. I blame myself for not taking action there. But later on that night, I did go to dinner with the Ragsdales and a couple other friends of ours, and I did eat a piece of steak, and I ship you not, I started choking. And I did the one thing that people should not do when they're choking. What do you think that is, Larry?
Beat your chest.
Nope. I stood up calmly.
Take another bite.
I stood up calmly and walked away like nothing was wrong because I felt like I was going to throw up. And I did throw up, but I had my napkin in my hand so nobody saw it. But the meat was still stuck in my throat. It was like really dry. It was terrible. It was bad. And I walked away and I tried to play it off because I didn't want to like throw up on people, right? When I should have said, hey, I need help. But luckily...
Choking, it's hard to say that.
Well, I know, but I could have stayed put and let them see. But... they were well aware something was off, and they were keeping an eye on me, and I eventually got it out of there without the embarrassment. But no, hindsight being 2020, I would never do that again. I would say, hey, I'm choking, somebody help me. Because that was a bad spot I was in. This is such a weird live stream this evening. Where are we going, Larry? You should be in charge, not me.
Well, I'm just going over my notes a little bit right here.
I didn't order a dry steak.
Have you seen the new MSC cruise ship?
Mm-hmm.
The World.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you, my friends John and Diamond went on it. I can't wait to hear from them and see their videos of it, but it looks pretty amazing. And people are kind of already doing the comparison to Icon, but then also talking about the pricing difference.
You're right, Dave Whiting. It is a crime. And Wendy Johnstone, what I did last summer is improve my lawn even more. I will send you guys a picture. I have a picture. I don't know if you can tell. My lawn is absolutely, I don't have a picture. Night and day better than any lawn in this neighborhood. Which makes it even more of a crime for somebody to do this. Look closely. Zoom in if you can. I can't zoom in anymore. But there's a clear delineation of color between my lawn and the lawn next door. It's hard to see in this video, but it is like if you put a black and white piece of paper together. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? So, but I agree, Larry. I've actually read a couple articles about this ship. The thing that concerns me, and tell me what you think, if the ship is great, is the food and the service going to be commensurate? Because if it's not, I ask myself, is it worth it?
Well, so I can just you have to hear what people say, but from the Icon, I mean, Royal Caribbean knew what the hell they were doing. They brought the best staff from their entire corporation, put it on that ship. There was not one single person that wasn't exemplary. I mean, the service was unreal. The first day when you got on that ship and you went to the Windjammer, the food, I've never had food like this on a cruise ship before. And again, it's out in the buffet. The seafood was unbelievable. Filet mignon was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. The food was unbelievable. But and the thing that I again talk about these bigger ships, they're learning crowd control. They're learning venues. And so when you go on this and you're with 8,000 people, you don't feel crowded. And I'm really interested to see what John and Diamond had to say about it.
Yeah, I trust John and Diamond for sure.
Yeah. But the Icon was by far
Dave
the best
and
ship
Brandy. Dave and Brandy say they're getting ready to try Royal for the first time, and they said it'll be interesting to see what it's all about. Larry, break it down for him. I break it down for him.
Well, again, here's the key to it. So if you say, I've talked to people and they'll say, we just did a Royal cruise. And I'll say, what? They said it was horrible. I said, what did you go on? The Enchantment of the Sea. I'll be like, it's not only the worst ship in Royal Caribbean, it's probably the worst ship anywhere.
I don't know. The poop cruise, there's the poop cruise.
That was just the one cruise. The ship wasn't all that bad.
Yeah, I bet it smelled like poop for a
Royal just
while.
tends, in my opinion, this is my opinion, they tend to have far better shows.
Howie Cruz says Enchantment is a thumbs down, so you're right.
Oh, it's terrible. It is it's a ship that they took. Somebody had a great idea, saw it in half, add a whole nother section, weld it back together so they could add all these rooms, but they didn't add any space to venues. All they did was add the number of people to a small ship.
Oh, they're doing Utopia, Larry.
Okay, so Utopia is Oasis class. The very I love them. I love
hate.
it. So
I can't stand Oasis.
oh
class.
my god, it's amazing. You're the only person I've ever heard that said they didn't like it.
They're just too crowded, and the staff's always
No.
jaded. The staff doesn't give a crap on Oasis class ships, and they're crowded.
They're hit and miss. I will give you that. They're hit and miss.
I've never done Oasis though. I've done Allure, and I've done Harmony. And what's the other ones?
Oasis, Allure, Harmony, Utopia.
Oh no, I've done Allure twice and Harmony. That's what I've done, and I didn't anyway. But I still think Dave and Brandy are going to absolutely love Royal Caribbean.
The ship, I haven't been on it, but they just keep enhancing the features and all the stuff. But the icon just takes it to a whole nother level. It just does.
By the way,
it is mind blowing.
I wanted to ask someone other than Jimmy, because I have my one favorite ship, and I want to know yours too, Larry. But my favorite ship of all time is Ovation of the Seas. The layout, everything about that ship I loved. I'm curious what Wendy Johnstone has to say about Ovation, because I know
think they all loved it.
She was
I think
just
they loved
on
it.
it. But Ovation of the Seas, by far, as it comes to ship layout, I was on an Alaska cruise on that ship, and I didn't. It was cold, so people were always indoors on that ship, so it was kind of hard to gauge. But I'm curious what Wendy thought about that ship, and then also Larry, what is your absolute favorite ship and why?
It's the icon. Nothing comes close.
And why?
They took all. To me, they took all the complaints they've ever gotten.
Sorry, why is there no pool in the solarium on Harmony? That doesn't make any sense. Is that true?
I haven't been on Harmony.
All right, go ahead, Larry. Sorry.
To me, the designers listened to all the complaints they've ever had and tried to eliminate those when they designed the layout of the icon. I never felt crowded. I never waited for a drink. Getting for that many people, everything about it, it was a 10. I couldn't say one negative. Now, I did love the Mardi Gras. I did love the celebration.
Well,
but
that's
that
what I was
was
going to
those
ask.
were the ships that I couldn't find the damn toilets.
Given
It
a
is
choice
so hard to find the
between
bathroom.
Icon of the Seas or any of the Mardi Gras style ships, you're still going Icon.
I'm going Icon number 1, and then I'd probably go Mardi Gras number 2.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes. Yep.
That makes sense.
Mardi Gras is the same thing. It just has such a flow from one venue to another and all these open air things. And the thing about the Icon is, if you've ever been on any Oasis ship and you're on that Royal Promenade and then you jump on the Icon, it's a game changer. It's more than twice as wide. There's all kinds of glass with great views. And that's why they're getting so much money for it. People are they're craving to go on the ship. They're going to crave to go on the Star, and that's why you're going to pay a lot to go on it.
Is it worth the did you go in the jammer in the back where they do the dive show? Was that cool, or was it a gimmick?
So the dive show is inside on the Icon, inside in the front.
Was it a gimmick, or was it a cool, or
it was very cool, except it was bench seating, so it was really uncomfortable to sit there. That was how they came up with that.
Okay.
I do not know.
But John Belosin, isn't Utopia of the Seas Oasis class? Am I right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. But so the dome thing is.
Oh, it was so cool.
But didn't you say it's bench seating?
bench seating, so that's the only negative. But you're only there an hour. But
Well,
then in
that's
front
how
of
it
that,
was on the other ships too. It was just like bleachers in the back, so I get it.
but it had backs to them. It had like little curved backs.
Yeah.
On the bleachers. But in the front of it, it's a great big observation area with a bar. So you could go out there at night, get these great views.
But does it make it better for the dive show?
It's never canceled. It's never canceled because of bad weather.
Well, they cancel it because of rocking ships, though.
Yeah, not nearly as much as the wind and mainly the wind.
But I guess I don't need that. I guess for me, and you tell me why I'm wrong. I truly want to know. But for me, like, I've seen the dive show twice now on Allure. I've seen it on Harmony, and I've seen videos of it on Oasis and other ships. What makes it special in the Dope?
Your show's not going to be canceled. That's the biggest plus to it. But overall, they're adding way more to it than just a dive show now. Now it's got acrobatics and tightrope stuff. It's just
but it's
really
like that on Allure and Oasis. So
it's just cool.
It looks cool. It looks great, and I'm not poo-pooing it. Truly, I'm not. I'm just curious, because I've never seen it, and I had so much FOMO when you guys all went. We lost Larry. Where'd Larry go? There he is. Sorry, you cut out there, but I'm not poo-pooing it, because I know you guys had so much fun, like, on that ship, and I had myself had so much FOMO. But to me, like, the Pearl was like the coolest thing ever.
Oh, that was so. I mean, it could go on and on. Little things. So they would have like what did they call it when we were just on the Mariner at the Royal Promenade place where you could get a snack.
The Promenade Cafe.
Yeah. Okay. So they have a couple of those, and it's just self-serve. You just open up a window and you take what you want.
Oh, nice.
So you don't even have to wait you don't have to be waited on. You just go up and take whatever you want.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just so many things to speed up the process of everything that you're doing. It was just really, really, really awesome in my book. And I swear I rarely felt crowded, and just all the different venues they had was amazing. And for Royal too, overall, they have a lot of Broadway shows on their bigger ships that are really good.
I did see a comment earlier. Somebody said that I think it was Wendy said that the entertainment wasn't so good.
On
Howie Cruz says Royal did a huge people movement study when building Icon. The research was designed to separate people by interest. That's very interesting.
There's no question about that. I mean, like I said, when you're in port and you get onto the ship, you cannot get on an elevator. You go up escalators that take you to the promenade.
Oh,
and then you can disperse from there.
I like it. I like that. Brubaker says you need to try Celebration. So far, a favorite ship. I haven't tried Celebration, but I have done Mardi Gras, and Mardi Gras behind Ovation is my second favorite ship. It's actually a very, very close tie. Mardi Gras was I loved everything about Mardi Gras.
I did too.
I would love
Mardi
to
Gras
do
more than Celebration.
I would love to do Mardi Gras or Ovation on something other than Alaska, because on the Alaska cruise, everybody was in the common areas where it was warm because it was cold at the time that we went.
Right.
So, but listen, I can't play my favorite song anymore because apparently I don't pay for that service. so I'm not allowed to play that song. But I have to get up at 5:25 a.m. and drive to Detroit in the morning. So I know we didn't get to the cruise talk you wanted to get to. I really appreciate everyone letting me vent my frustration. And I promise you, even though Arnold wasn't watching, he only wanted to know if I was going live just for whatever his morbid interest was in it. I shouldn't have to deal with this at all.
Well, it's a part of life. I don't know what else to say. It's part
And
of
I'm
life.
sorry that I made you guys watch that video 77 times this evening. But it bothers me. I work so hard, and I was sick as a dog. Larry, I didn't get to talk to you on the phone, but if you talk to Kelly, she would tell you I was legitimately sick the last couple
I did.
weeks.
No, you called me 2 weeks ago on Wednesday when you said I have COVID, and you sounded terrible.
Yeah, I was in a
Terrible.
very bad place. I'm not even out of it. I still can't taste. I still can't smell. And I really loved my sense of smell. I was Toucan Sam. That's what everybody called me. But but for tonight, we're going to shut it down this way. Even though they're going to copyright me. Because we ain't making no money. There wasn't super chats or any of that, so it don't matter. Larry, I would like you to close out the ship show with your final thoughts and let us all know. You already told us your next cruise, right? But let us all know your cruise schedule, since I don't have one.
My cruise schedule: July on the Sunrise, September my very first Celebrity Beyond, New Year's Eve on the Carnival Firenze, April on the Getaway, May 26th on the Viva out of Rome.
How many times have you been on that ship?
The Viva?
Yeah.
Never. Aqua twice.
Oh, I get
Sister
that.
ship Aqua twice.
Oh, we got a
Sister-
super chat from Linda Land. Linda Land, yeah, oh my gosh, I had a feeling, that's not what I was going for. I was just saying I wasn't worried about the copyright strike. Linda Land, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hold on. We gotta give something to Linda Land. Give me a minute. Right here.
That's blasphemy. I would be so happy.
Kevin Counts, coming at you live and direct to announce that for Bug October this year, the California boy he decided to bounce. Bro, it ain't my fault, it's too hard to pronounce. I'll do it next year, like a cat I will pounce. I'll put my cockles in it, gotta give it every ounce of my Bud Got. I'll rock, Bud Got your socks. Rouge your mother clucker, you can go kick rocks. I never cluck and do what you want me to do. I dance around like a chicken dude. I dance around like a chicken dude. And all your mother cluckers should be dancing too. On the cool cruise piece, that's what I'm gonna do. Like a ship, I be making waves, what you gonna do? If you see me on the Lido, I'll be rocking with you. But if you can't find me, I'll be hanging out with the crew. When I dance around like a chicken dude. Yeah, but got mother clucker ship show in the house.
What the heck? I can't get out of this.
Hey yo, Coop, my name is Kevin Counts. Coming at you live and direct to announce that for bug October this year, the California boy, he decided to bounce. Bro, it ain't my fault, it's too hard to pronounce. I'll do it next year, like a cat, I will pounce. I'll put my cockles in it, gotta give it every ounce of my bud.
Oh my gosh, I can't get out of this.
You're a soft Rouge your mother clucker, you can go kick rocks. I never cluck and do what you want me to do. I dance around like a chicken dude. I dance around like a chicken dude. And all your mother cluckers should be dancing too. On the cool cruise piece, that's what I'm gonna do. Like a ship, I be making waves, what you gonna do? If you see me on the Lido, I'll be rocking with you. But if you can't find me, I'll be hanging out with the crew when I dance around like a chicken dude.
I can't get out of this shit.
Show in the house.
Super awesome comment. Oh my gosh, why won't this go away? This is why I should not
play with buttons.
No, it's why I shouldn't even live stream.
Bro, it ain't my fault, it's too hard to pronounce. I'll do it next year, like a cat, I will pounce. I'll put my cockles in it, gotta give it every ounce of my bud.
All right, Larry, say goodnight.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Good to be back. Our thoughts are with Lindy Lou to recover. Fast recovery. John, get over your COVID. Come back stronger and better and smelling better than ever.
I hope I can smell. I don't think I'll ever be able to smell again.
Oh no.
Yeah, but godmother cluck a ship show in the house.
Let me see if I can fix this. We're gonna find this video right now, and I'm gonna make it stop.
Hey yo, Coop, my name is Kevin Counts. Coming at you live and direct to announce that for bug October this year, the California we decided to bounce. Bro, it ain't my fault, it's too hard to pronounce. I'll do it next year like a cat, I will pounce. I'll put my cockles in it, gotta give it every ounce of my bug. I'll rock.
Oh my gosh.
You're a soft Rouge your mother clucker, you can go kick rocks. I never cluck and do what you want me to do. I dance around like
Why
a chicken
is it still
dude.
like
I dance
you're
around
seeing
like
us?
A chicken dude. And all your mother cluckers should be dancing too. On the cool cruise piece, that's what.
There we go. Oh, all right, Larry, let's say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, for heaven's
sakes.
Thanks
For tuning in.
Why do I... Listen, be nice to each other online. We are in a time of complete internet chaos. Please do your best to behave. It is not important to push your agenda politically. Just be nice to each other. The more we are nice to each other, the less we suffer. That's all I'm going to say. If you think that you got your gotcha video or your gotcha fact or factoid online that makes everybody see your point of view, you're wrong. Nobody gives a crap. We're going to shut it down with the girls. Hey, Nova, come here. Luna, come here. Come here. Say goodnight. Come here, Nova. Say goodnight. Say goodnight to the coop. Oh, Luna. Good night, everybody. Don't take any wooden nickels, and remember, wherever you go,